All right, if you watched the Denver Bronco game last night or yesterday afternoon, you've seen the Lions pass rush was non-existent. I don't believe they recorded a sack either. So I thought Trey Flowers was going to be the answer, which I'll do a video a little bit later talking about the Lions free agency, how they panned out this offseason, or last offseason. But let's talk a little bit about Trey Flowers and Chase Young. You back, Motor City Sports Talk. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And Trey Flowers has done exactly what he done in New England. Half sack more is the most sacks he got in New England. It's 7.5 sacks. 1 sack more, he is going to set a career high in sacks. Him and Devin Kennard are tied for 35th in the NFL with 7 sacks apiece. I believe they're the highest Detroit Lions in that category. And like I said before, I thought he was supposed to be the answer for the pass rush. And you can make a case and say, well, had Deshaun Hand played, maybe Trey Flowers would have had 3, 4, shit, even 7 more sacks, depending. Could he replicate what he did last season or take a step up? But at the end of the day, when you get paid all that money, whatever it was, $56 million guaranteed or an $80 million contract, you're supposed to be that guy. You're supposed to be able to anchor a line. You know what I'm saying? But you got situations where, hey, you need help. You know, Harrison, he ain't a pass rusher. Mike Daniels, he wasn't there. Devin Kennard, he been okay, but he ain't no LT or no Nick or Joey Bosa, nobody like that. But Trey was supposed to do better than what he done this season. But like I said before, when he got picked up, he ain't that type of guy. He not that type of guy I'm willing to pay $56 million to or whatever he got guaranteed money. You know, only guys I'm trying to get that money to are some guys I know that's gonna make a difference, double-digit sack guys. And we enter Chase Young. Now, how good is Chase Young? Now, I don't watch a lot of Ohio State football, but the games I have seen him in, he has been dominant to me. So I can't give you an honest assessment of Trey Young. You know, the pass rush. You know, the pass rush is. Do you want to just go up in the draft and say, okay, I want to Chase Young because everybody say Chase Young is good? Now, the difference was Nick Bosa was the truth. We all knew Nick Bosa was the truth. NFL bloodline. Say what you want to say about Nick Bosa. But Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, dominant. If you tell me that Chase Young is going to be like Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa coming out of Ohio State, then you can shelf anything else. Take him. No doubt in my mind, I'm pulling the trigger. Plus, probably the Cincinnati Bengals. It's going to take a quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, Justin Herbert, or Joe Burrow. Okay? But my whole thing is that with Chase Young, like I didn't see any he made 1 splash play versus Michigan, and that's why I believe the game was out of hand in Ohio State and versus Wisconsin. I didn't see him make a lot of splash plays, but they say he the truth. They say he pretty good. So I think if you put him, Deshaun Hand, and Trey Flowers, and he can be as good as you say he is, then maybe you go ahead and do it. You know, but that's a big part. But you're really looking at pass rush, offensive line, running back, and you also got to throw quarterback in there. You know, so it depends on what the Lions need first. And remember, as important it is to rush the quarterback, you got to be able to plug the run, and at some point, you got to replace Damon Harrison. You have to place him in the middle before he get old overnight like Nada did. So they need a plugger in the middle. You know, hopefully they get Deshaun Hand back. They need a backup plugger, a backup defensive tackle behind the plugger that can be like Deshaun Hand and be twitchy in the middle. And then you put Chase Young on the outside of Trey Flowers and maybe, you know, you good. But then again, you know, the biggest problem with the Lions before the pass rush, and I think it's been the biggest problem, is running the football. You know, you got a left tackle issue, you got a right tackle issue. You know what I'm saying? You got a left guard issue. If you don't sign Graham Glasgow back, you got a right guard issue. You got a running back issue. You know what I'm saying? Then you look at receiver. Marvin Jones not getting no younger. Danny Amendola, he been solid, but he ain't been a big difference maker. So, I mean, this team is completely abolished. Like, it's blown up. Not too many huge contracts other than the Flowers contract and Stafford's. You know, I mean, you look at the linebacker core, you can use at least another linebacker or two. You move Darius Slade, you can use it. You got to find a number one corner. You got to find a safety opposite of Tracy Walker. I don't think Will here's the answer. And then you got to find another quarterback opposite Rashad Melvin, because I just think he ain't the answer. He's just somebody that's temporary. He a temp worker. He temporary hold. He's not the long-term answer. So you got a whole team that's ready for a fresh, refresh, rebuild. So I don't think my priority would be this. I understand it's important to rush the passer, but I think the priority is to the offensive line and the quarterback position. This is kind of like your on-16 season. I think best available. If you got a situation where it's a quarterback you like, and they pick number 2 or 3, you take it. In my opinion. If the best available is Chase Young, if it's Jerry Jeudy, if it's a tackle, if it's a running back, if it's a linebacker, if it's a DB, safety, corner, you know, you take it. I think the Lions are at the point where the best available is the right choice. Because they need everything. From quarterback to offensive lineman to running back to receiver to D-line to linebackers to cornerbacks to safeties. Shit, even kick returners, people won't Agnew out before that kick return yesterday. So the Lions are at the point of best available. And that's what the point. This franchise is a total rebuild. It's like you hit the factory reset on your computer. You know, so I don't think one position. I don't think it's one more need than a more needy position than another, in my opinion. Because one position is not going to fix this. But I do understand the biggest glaring need to me is rushing the football for this team. They have to figure out how to run the football. But, you know, for Chase Young, I haven't really seen a lot of them. I'm going to love to see a lot of them December 28th in the bowl game versus Clemson to see if he make a difference. But remember, you know, you got Nick Bosa and Joey Bosa, and you got, you know, a lot of, you know, high-profile pass rushers up there. But remember, you got guys that come out like Vernon Golston from Detroit. He came from Ohio State, and he wasn't shit in the NFL. He had all the look and all that. So Chase Young, I just haven't seen enough of him to give my honest opinion on him. But when he played Michigan, he made one splash play, I remember. But other than that, I don't know how good he is. I don't know if I just pull the trigger on him. But like I said before, the Lions need everything. Best available. If they took Jerry Jeudy at receiver, I would understand it. If they took Chase Young, I would understand it. If they took offensive lineman, I would understand it. If they traded back for multiple picks, I would understand it. The Lions are in a position to take the best available player or the best available option. Trade back, stay put, trade down, get multiple picks. That's the position that they're in right now. And people got to accept this team is in a total rebuild. Bob Quinn has turned the roster over. Once he turned over Darius Slade and get rid of him, then how many players on the defense you got left? You know, Tavon Wilson, he pretty much been in New England. Walker, pretty new. Coleman, I'll get to Coleman and Flowers later. I mean, all the defense is pretty much new. The offense, he replaced the whole entire offensive line, Bob Quinn. All the running backs are new. You know what I'm saying? Kenny Galladay, Marvin Jones is he been here for a minute. Damian Amendola, they got rid of Tate. They got rid of Ebron. This team is totally new. And Bob Quinn has flipped over this roster completely. So, and he ain't done a great job of it because he don't have no Pro Bowl player. Only guy I'm giving credit for the Pro Bowl because Darius Slade was a Mayhew pick is probably Galladay. He ain't brought no Pro Bowlers in, no All-Pro players in. You know, so we got to wait and see. But I think it's a total rebuild in my opinion. But don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. I'm going to come back with more line content later today, God willing. Don't forget to check my other channel out, Goodfellas Sports TV, for more sports, music, entertainment. One time for the one time, Motor City Sports Talk. We gone.